Hello students, welcome to BioWise with Aanchal. Today I'm not going to teach you anything, but we will discuss the different strategies required for you to ace in your biology examination scheduled on Monday, that is on 24th. Yes, we were waiting for 24th, right? So let us discuss some important aspects that you must follow so that you give the best in your examination. First thing that is important is proper rest. Take a very good night's sleep today and tomorrow of around 6 to 8 hours so that your mind is fresh, and when you see the question paper, you know everything and you can write it properly. The second aspect is quickly revise and understand the importance of each lesson in your examination. There are 6 units. 6 units. The first unit is your basic biology, that is your structure of chromosomes, genetics, which can be asked for around 12 marks. Here you need to know the laws of Mendel, that has to be written as it is given in your textbook. Then you have the dihybrid, monohybrid cross and the ratios 9:3:3:1, 3:1 for the monohybrid, 9:3:3:1 for the dihybrid. Even if you don't know how to cross it, sometimes it may happen that things go out of our brain, but stick to the numbers carefully. Yes. Next unit, that is unit 2, is the plant physiology, which includes the chapters absorption by roots, transpiration, photosynthesis and chemical coordination in plants. In these units, you have around 25 marks question that can be asked. Okay, we have already discussed these units in details in my videos, which is already uploaded in my channel. If you have time, go through it. Like and share and subscribe if you think it's worth sharing. Next unit that we talk about is unit 3, human anatomy and physiology. This is the 50% of your paper. That out of the 100 marks paper, you are only writing for 80, okay, but you have choices, including all the choices I am talking about. In the 100 mark paper, it is around 50 to 55 marks that is included from human anatomy and physiology. The chapters included are the circulatory system, the excretory system, the nervous system, the sense organs, the endocrine system and the reproductive system. All these chapters are covered in my videos. You can go through. Any doubt if you have related to any of these chapters, you can post in the comment section. It will be answered on the day itself, right? Next unit what we talk about is unit 4, that is human evolution. Human evolution, you must know your ancestors. You must know who was Lamarck, who was Darwin. Charles Darwin, I hope you remember him, The Origin of Species and the Speciation. He has given the theory of natural selection, where Lamarck was talking about arrival of the fittest. Charles Darwin spoke about the survival of the fittest. Then there was industrial melanism. Industrial melanism is related to Darwinism. Darwinism, you know, there are basic concepts, right? I am not going in details. Please go through the chapter very carefully. In that, just understand that natural selection, survival of the fittest, more progenies, then out of that the best one survives. This has to be explained. So, see that you follow the keywords, underline the keywords when you write the answers. So, the examiner gets a good view of your paper. If your handwriting is good, very good. If your handwriting has a problem, leave lines and write. One more scientific word along with Pisum sativum of genetics, that is for the pea plant, Biston betuliera, that is for the peppered moth. There is a rule for writing the scientific names. Scientific names must be written first. There are 2 words in the scientific names, Pisum sativum, Biston betuliera. In both the cases, the first letter, the first alphabet of the first word should be capital. The first alphabet of the second word should be small, lowercase, and you underline. Okay, the scientific name has to be underlined. Is that clear? Yes. Draw lines. That makes your paper look neat to the examiner. Coming to the diagrams, everybody is not an artist. So, drawing diagrams in the bio paper becomes a serious issue for certain children. So, what you are going to do, we don't want to test the artistic skills of the child. Just a pencil outline, pencil I told, just a pencil outline and the correct labels. See to it that the diagram is neat and properly outlined. The outlined image that you have drawn must look like the diagram that is asked in the question. Do not get confused with the neurons and the nephrons. Then draw the Malpighian capsule, not the entire nephron. Malpighian capsule should have only the Bowman's capsule, the efferent that is wider and the efferent that is narrower. So, the diagram should tell that the child has understood the concept. The entire paper is going to test your concept and their application. Okay, seeing the science 1 and science 2, that is your physics and chemistry paper, they were basically competency based questions were more. Application of knowledge was more. There was no direct question where you can just rote learning can help you. So, it is just application based paper. To see to it that when you write your paper, you understand the concepts and apply it. So, the keywords remain same. If I talk about fertilizers being given to the plant and the plant wilts and die, I am obviously talking about hypertonic and hypotonic solutions, right. So, what happens? You understand that if the plant is dying, that means something is happening to the plant. So, there is a hypertonic concentration around the root. So, water from the root is lost and the plant dries up. So, you have to apply your concept. So, where I was in unit 4, human evolution. Human evolution, the correct order, the cranial capacity. Cro-Magnon man was intelligent, you can say, or it has more cranial capacity as compared to the modern man. It has around 1600 cc and we have only 1450 cc. Still, they got extinct and they evolved to the modern man. Moreover, bipedalism, when the humans started to walk erect, which was the first fossil that was having a remarkable, remarkable closeness to the human beings, that was Homo habilis, right. So, all these questions, just read about the unit 4, though it has very less weightage, about 2 to 4 marks, but it is very much required if you are aiming for 100% marks, right. So, let us talk about the next 2 units. In the next 2 unit, it is basically the children takes it very lightly. अरे कौन सा चैप्टर है, पॉपुलेशन एंड पोल्यूशन. पोल्यूशन तो हम लोग हमेशा पढ़ते हैं, तो हम उसको पढ़ते नहीं है ठीक से, राइट. सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी थरो विद द पोल्यूशन चैप्टर because it is telling you about day to day happening and the problems in the current situation. So, current situation problem solving questions can be asked. It is around 8 to 10 marks that can be asked from just a small unit, that is pollution. Radioactive pollution, metal poisoning, mercury poisoning, Minamata disease in Japan, then DDT biomagnification, then iodine 131 and the thyroid cancer. So, all these things can be related and the questions can be framed. Your day to day global warming, melting of the earth, the glaciers of the earth, increase in the water level, what can be the outcome effect of these natural disasters can be asked in the examination. This is all for the 6 units that is going to be asked in examination. Little bit of strategies. Now, if you are, I think by today you should have finished your portion, or even if it is something is left, by tomorrow afternoon, that is by around 2 o'clock, you should finish your portion completely. Do not forget, you have to sleep for 6 to 8 hours today. Including that sleep hours, you have to finish your entire syllabus by the afternoon tomorrow, followed by you will have a quick revision. In the quick revision, you have to just flip on the pages, see the bold letters in your textbook. Those bold letters are considered to be the important topics or important concepts of your textbook. See to it that you are aware about all those bold letters. All the diagrams, you know how to label them. If you can finish the diagram in drawing in 2 minutes, it can be asked in the exam. Most likely, with seeing the previous year papers, human sperm, ovum, Malpighian body, kidney, neuron can be asked in the exam to draw the diagram. Is it okay? For heart, it never comes for drawing. It's a diagram based question. Brain, the diagram based question. The different parts of the brain, the words which sound similar, like stoma and the stroma. Stoma, remember, stomata and stroma, that is a liquid part of the chloroplast. Then corpus callosum and corpus luteum. Corpus callosum is a fibrous hard part present in your brain which separates the right and the left cerebral hemisphere. So, it also helps in the transfer of information across the hemisphere. At the same time, corpus luteum is in the female reproductive system. Female reproductive system, please see to it that you don't mix up the organs of the male and the female. It is going to create a huge nuisance, right? So, corpus luteum is present in the ovary of the females after the release of the egg. The Graafian follicle, once it releases the egg, becomes corpus luteum, which is a yellow colored mass which releases progesterone. The corpus luteum is responsible for release of progesterone. Is that clear? Now, there are certain in population chapter also, there are two measures, that is surgical method of contraception, tubectomy and vasectomy. See to it that you write the correct surgical method in the correct gender. Vasectomy, vas deferens, male. Tubectomy, fallopian tube, female. Do not mix the gender. Now, next is the question on differentiate. Whenever differentiate, first of all, they will tell you on what basis you have to differentiate. See to it that, like for example, differentiate between cranial nerves and spinal nerves, 12 pairs and 31 pairs has to be written. Similarly, origin is asked, number is asked, so a difference is given to you. If there are two differences, two criteria given, the marks is 1 plus 1. If there is only one criteria, then you have to write in both the places properly. So, see to it that you draw the T table and write the differences correctly. Structural difference means the structure, functional is function. See to it that you don't mix it. So, you write only what is required or asked in the examination, do not write extra. Do not write large or huge answers, explanations crossing half page and all is not needed in the bio paper. Stick to the keywords, underline the keywords so that it is visually appealing to the examiner who is correcting your paper. Okay. Next aspect or strategy is required is time management. When you see the paper in the reading time, that is 15 minutes is given for the reading time, read section 2 and decide which question is going to be solved by you. Do not waste time in reading the section 1 first. First, strategize your planning with section B, where you have to select certain questions, correct? Then for section 1, when you are reading section 1, do not read the options. Read the question until unless the question is which of the following statement is correct, which of the following is used for some purpose, then obviously you have to read the options. But for the direct questions like which hormone is responsible for myxedema, which is responsible for cretinism, what is the reason for cretinism. So, these things you should know beforehand. See to it that what you are thinking is there in your options. If that does not match, then there is a problem, right? So, kindly go through the paper very calmly, do not hurry, and you have to see that you finish your paper. It is a 2-hour paper. The entire paper should get over in around 1.5 hours. After that, it will be better that you go for a revision of the entire paper. From first to the last, revise so that you have not missed any question or you have not written anything wrong. Be very specific in section 1. Chances of losing marks is there in section 1 only. Okay. Locations, be very specific with the locations. Functions, very specific. Important specific functions, for example hormones, if it is asked, then in plant hormones especially auxin, cytokinin, gibberellin, write the specific function, because one function 1 mark, you have to write the specific functions. Location also, by reading the location you should come to the question asked. For example, if I say what is the location of stomata, it is present on the epidermal surface of the leaf, mainly concentrated on the lower side, that is okay, but it is mainly present, it is on the epidermal surface of the leaf. So, you have to write accordingly. I hope I have covered all the aspects of the paper. Be specific with your spellings. In abbreviations, the spelling mistakes are not acceptable. DNA is what? Deoxy, DE, not DI. DE is absent, DI is double. So, be specific with your spellings in the abbreviations. Therefore, diagrams, for abbreviations, there are videos uploaded on my channel. Kindly go through for the quick revision. In 20 minutes, all 36 abbreviations. In 30 minutes, all important diagrams, how to draw. Now, 2 minutes or 1 minute is required to draw the diagrams. So, with all these, all the best, do well, make me proud that you are my students. And one more thing, it's a last paper. Do not lose the vigor till the last end, right? See you all, and I'll get back to you after the exam is over to know how you have done the paper. Is it okay? Put it in the comment section. How have you performed in your examination? Thank you so much, children. All the best.